Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham news and update show for Wednesday, January 31st. Yes, it is the last day of January, and we might have our first deal done. That's what we're coming on here. Just talking to everyone in the Discord, looking on the interweb on X or Twitter or whatever it's called these days. And we might have our first signing, and it could be Luke Bolton. A lot of speculation was going on throughout the day. So, I wanted to bring this up, do a quick one here, maybe have a couple people on to chat. I'll drop the invite in the chat. But, yes, it could be our first signing of the window here, January transfer window. And I want to get your thoughts on it. Again, not that everyone knows who's Luke Bolton. What is he? This guy actually pulled like a Billy Bean off. I don't want him playing against me this weekend because we're playing against Salford City on Saturday. Called him up. Parkinson went over there and said, you know what? Send him on over. Put him in a different red and put him in a different kit. So do we have our first signing? We're going to find out. As far as I know, I'm going to tell you, listen, I'm not in the know. I don't know anything, but it looks like we agreed a 2.5-year deal for Luke Bolton. Kind of would make sense. This has been something we've been talking about here for the last couple of days. There's some, I think it's Peter O'Rourke was talking about it on X. I have someone that is close that by the stadium said that they close out the car park. There's lights up. They've been doing a press kit for him, shooting and everything like that. So, I don't know. So is it our first deal? Is it the first deal done? Is it Luke Bolton? I'd like it to be. I don't think this should be over, but it looks like it could be possibly done for a 2.5-year deal for Luke Bolton. Again, I'm working with that at the net here as we always do because that's how we do it. It looks like we're leaving it late, and it could be this Luke Bolton for the first signing. Who is Luke Bolton? Okay, he is 24 years old. He's a right back, gets forward really well. So far in League Two, he's had 20 appearances, 0 goals, and 5 assists. Like I said, don't know anything about him. Still learning the league, but that doesn't mean that he's not great. I looked him up on. By the way, if anyone isn't watching this Tottenham Brentford game, put it on. It's a banger. Holy crap. Absolute banger. That's why I was late. I was watching the Ivan Toney goal that just put in. But anyways, Luke Bolton, he plays on the right side, likes to get forward from what I'm gathering. It's a 2.5-year deal. If that's it, David Duncan's in the house. So welcome, David. Welcome. How you doing? Thanks for joining. Again, as we move on, get involved. Like, share, drop a like in there. And I want to get everyone's thoughts on this player and what we think about him. If anyone knows anything about him, please come on. Come in. I want to hear more about the signing if this is true. Again, I'm going to just go off what I see here on X. And like I said, Luke Bolton on Wiki is Wrexham. Whoa, is that true? Hello. All right, Ivan. I'm going to check it out. I mean, how you doing, Ivan? Good to see you, man. Luke Bolton. Let's see. I'm doing it. Here we go. Manchester City, still on Salford City on my end. So this is a winger and a fullback. So, I mean, I would love to get him as a winger. One Dundee. I'm on Wikipedia right now. Not on my, but I'll take a look on Wrexham. Oh, shoot. Luke Bolton on Wikipedia is at Wrexham now. I'm not doubting it, but that's a tippy tappy. Hello, everyone. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you too, Ivan. Ivan came on last night. Great. We had a great chat, and then he's welcome to come on. If you're out there, Ivan, you're want to jump on and come on in. Sorry, I'm just kind of doing 2 things at once here. I'm gonna shut my. I just want to make sure that the stream is okay. Let me know if the stream gets crappy. I'm gonna just shut that down. So Luke Bolton here. This is from Fearless and Devotion, guys. Wrexham are closing in on signing Salford City Luke Bolton. Sorry here. Also says that this is an interesting stat here. This is a very interesting stat here. Luke Bolton was on loan from Manchester City and LA Lee. Both played in Luton Town's 19 and 20 championship team. Both have the same agents too, so that would make sense. Okay, so they'll complement each other. I think that's a pretty interesting stat there. Sorry, Chelsea halftime losing 2-0 to Liverpool. Sorry, got a lot going on here. But Ryan Red I said, they're probably more in the know than I am, but let's say Luke Bolton has just finalized moving his move, having been at the ground all afternoon to sort out photos and final parts of the deal, past medical, and understands the 2.5-year contract. Announcement soon. Luke Bolton 007. So actually, it's really interesting too. I just went on his Twitter page. I looked up. It still says Salford City, so he hasn't updated that, which is fine. But what do you guys think of this signing here? Who knows anything about Luke Bolton? Can we get a little bit more information on him? I would love to have some more information on him. Kixay, right? Always, anyone will catch me out on that for sure. Not sure if you know that Liam. Not sure about Liam. I do know Liam posted a vid talking about the transfer players. Yes, I did see that. He's exchange and wiki information. Not exactly. Sorry again. Let me look. I have the Wikipedia up. Luke Bolton up here. Still says Salford on my end. Still says Salford on my end here. Yeah, still says Salford on my end. But anyways, I'm going to follow him on here. He still says Salford City over here. So, it's not done yet. It's not done until he's actually wearing the shirt, holding it up till it's announced by the club. But let me see here if we have anything else. You're right, TP. It was just added to the mix. It was just added to the mix. Drop a link. I'll see if I can bring it up on my end here. But anyways, if this is our first signing, I think it's great. Aaron Wheeler, he's in. Good to see you. That's our guy. Good to see you, man. I made it. Yes, good to see you, Aaron. That is one of the newer guys at the Discord in the chat. Good guy, really good guy. Knows his stuff too. What's really great about this? I'll digress real quick. Everyone that's come on and in chat in the Discord, everyone cares a lot too, but everyone really knows their stuff. Like, it's really cool to see. So everyone out there, great. I know probably some of us are old school Wrexham supporters for a long time, which is good mix, and some are new for the last few years, which is great. But everyone does really good due diligent work on the players and the club, and really passionate about it. So it's really cool. It's good to see you in there, Aaron Wheeler, and he's also in our Discord as well. I'm going to bring up your name so I don't F this up. Shoot. Oh my God. This is why you should do other things before you do that. I don't know. What are you on Discord? Oh, Hoosiers Wrexham fan. That's it. Hoosiers Wrexham fan. Ooh, Kip Karma's in. So yeah, this Luke Bolton signing here. It could be done. Just waiting for official confirmation from the club. Said he goes on the right side. We were talking about last night with Ivan. Ivan brought this up about possibly like getting another person forward, getting maybe changing the formation. Don't know if that's going to happen, but it seems like he likes to get forward a little bit. He's born October 7th. My birthday's the 10th, 1999. He's 24 years old. He's born from Stockport. He's 5'9", winger, fullback, plays on the right, number 24. Not sure if we'll get that. But there's not that much on him. Okay, Luke Bolton. Anyways, any thoughts on this? What are your thoughts? Check Discord. Okay, Tippy Tappy, you're in there, Discord. Let me check. Shoot. Anyways, sorry about this. Yeah. Hey. Aaron Wheeler says, I don't know anything. I just read a lot of Twitter. Yes. Well, don't we all, man? Don't we all? We might have our regional differences. Yes. Over here, we have not hit it yet. But if this is our first signing, this is great. There's also rumors of some other players. There's a Rotherham player. Let me bring him up that they're also looking at. Let me see if I can find that stuff. But, I definitely think we need to make signings here. So that's Jamie Lindsay is the other guy we're talking about here. Let me look him up too. Jamie Lindsay from Rotherham. Anyone know about Jamie Lindsay? That could be another person. There's supposed to be possibly 3 signings coming in. That's what I got a little note on. Whether it's true or not, I'm going to read it to you. It says, let's see here. 3 players tomorrow, maybe. Luke Bolton from Salford, Jamie Lindsay from Rotherham, and not sure on this one, but Colby Bishop from Portsmouth. So I don't know. I mean, this is, if we're doing all these deals, we're leaving it late. Jamie Lindsay from Rotherham. I don't know him at all. But if this is our first one, this is a good start. So Jamie Lindsay is the other guy. He's 28 years old that we're looking at, apparently. Again, not in the know, just letting you know. So this is from the Rotherham Advisor. Again, drop a like, get involved. I dropped the link I'll drop it in the Discord again, or sorry, not in Discord, the copy here in the thing. You want to come on, have your say, please do. Welcome everybody. We were on for an hour and a half last night. That was a lot of fun. This one's about Jamie Lindsay. I want to know a little bit more. If anyone knows anything about Luke Bolton, come on, let's hear it. Rotherham United's Jamie Lindsay on Wrexham radar as transfer deadline day approaches. Rotherham United midfielder Jamie Lindsay may be subjected to a deadline day interest from big spending League Two club Wrexham. The Welsh outfit are admiring the 28-year-old Scot, who is out of contract at the end of the season. So we've been monitoring him. They have a scout watching him play for Championship Millers. So this is another guy. Wrexham are owned by American owners. Yeah, we know who they are. So this guy, Jamie Lindsay, who is he? Jamie Lindsay. Looking him up. Jamie Lindsay, footballer. He is. Come on, internet. Okay, Jamie Lindsay is 28 years old, central midfielder. I like that. Scottish player, born in Glasgow. Listed about 500 quid. I don't know if that's true. So Rotherham are in the championship. So he'd be dropping down 2 levels to come in. He's had 12 appearances, 1 goal, no assists. Don't know much about him either, but he's 28. Main positions are central mid, left and right. So he can play across the middle of the park, which is where I think we're a little bit light and weak on. I know JJ and Cannon get in there and play, but Gio and Lee, haven't been getting the ball on the carpet enough to get servers forward. So I did read that he is a little bit. He's a very aggressive player. He can feed the ball through the channels to get it up to Mulls and Palmer, whoever is up front. I don't care who it is to score the goals. So I think we're lacking goals up front. This would be great. Again, Aaron Wheeler says Bishop will be huge if we can pull that off. Not sure it will happen though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is this going to happen? There's a lot of stuff out there, but it's fun. I mean, hey, it's it's not a beer. It's just a liquid death. Just a liquid death. So that's another one we're looking at. I'd like to see a midfielder come in. I doubt, I don't know if that's actually going to happen. The other one we were looking at here, I'm going to look this other guy up too. The Portsmouth guy, Colby Bishop. That's what we're talking about there. Let me look up Colby Bishop. Anyone know about Colby Bishop? Portsmouth. Okay. No, not pickleball. Colby Bishop. Here we go. He is. Sorry, internet. Oh, he's the number 9. He's 27 years old. Birthplace Nottingham. Central forward. And he is He's right-footed. Attacking center forward. He's at Portsmouth too as well. Option for 1 year. His stats they have no stats about him. What's his deal here? What about Colby Bishop? Oh, okay, League One competition. 28 appearances, 15 goals, 2 assists. Is that right? That's League One. I don't know if that's his full for this year. There's no stats on him. What the hell's going on? Oh, there it is. Sorry. Yeah, 28 goals. 28 appearances, 15 goals, and 2 assists, 2 yellow cards. Okay, so that's good. He's got a really good. He's got a really good. That's 28 and 15, 2 assists. Yeah, jump on, Tippy Tappy. Come on in. There's a link in the chat. There's a link in there. Anyone's welcome. Love to get other people's thoughts on there. But again, originally when we come on, is our first signing done? Is it Luke Bolton? And I'd love to make this happen. I'm just gonna keep scrolling through here. I actually did reach out to the leader as well. Hey, credit to me, the wife, and Wrexham AFC. Gotta love X Twitter, right? So they did a little bit of work on him. And this is breaking somewhere. I'm not sure what this is on. I don't know if they put that together themselves. So it's a done deal. Apparently, this is coming from me, the wife, and Wrexham AFC. They're actually a really cool podcast. I like that. It's a good dynamic. It says done deal stats. Last 2 seasons, 22-23 season for Luke Bolton here. 46 matches, 6 goals, 7 assists, 3 yellows, 0 reds. This season, 23-24, 20 matches, 0 goals, 5 assists, 6 yellow cards, 0 Reds. Welcome to Wrexham. You're going to love it. So if that is true for him, I'm really liking this. I'm really liking it. Callum McFadden's brother has today's become our fourth signing. So Callum McFadden's brother has joined Rovers, interesting enough. So just see, I don't know. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Done deal. Everyone's saying done deal, but no official announcement. I'm going to go on the club website because that's where it usually goes down. Nothing yet on the Wikipedia, everybody. But I'm going to go on the club website. Still nothing on the club website. But we shall see. We shall see. They're talking about the iFoul International half-season pass deadline today. If anyone wants to get the iFoul International passes today, grab it. It's half price. I unfortunately already pay $33 a month, so I'm not going to do that. But we need to make we need to pay for this, so everyone should do it. So matches pass. So, anyways, Peter O'Rourke was the guy I was following earlier. You understand, are closing on the signing himself for days to Luke Bolton. 2 clubs are now advanced talks over the deal. Yeah, no updates yet. But yeah, I just wanted to come on, do a quick one. If no one else wants to come in and have their say, let me know. We can. Tippy Tappy, you coming in? Come on in. But if we're gonna make 3 signings, I'd be impressed with that, especially on the final day of the season. We got the winger, right back winger. That's him. That'll cover that right side. So I don't know how far Ford is away, but we have Barnett out there. I don't think, and this kind of came up last night with John. Are we Andy Ivan? Are we gonna? Oh, there he is. There's Sheldon. Hey, man. Oh, I didn't know that was your other name. Can't hear you yet. I think you're on mute. Ryan Lowry Brace, excited about Bolton. Who are the other 2 rumors? Can't hear you yet, Sheldon. The other rumors are, as we do that, while he sorts his sound out. The other rumors are that are making some waves are Jamie Lindsay from Rotherham, he's a midfielder, and Colby Bishop from Portsmouth. Those are the other 2 rumors. Ryan Lowry Brace. So we'll see if that comes through. They'll come back in. Come back in, Tippy Tap or Sheldon, when you get a second there. Yeah, so Ryan Lowry Brace, those are the other 2 rumors. If anyone knows anything more about those players, want to get that too. While we're waiting for Sheldon to come back in, again, the breaking potential news is that we have signed Luke Bolton, 24-year-old Salford City player, a 2.5-year deal. Not confirmed by the club, but there's several outlets there on X or Twitter. If it's not always full of shit. That this is our first signing of the transfer window. On that note, we're gonna need some coverage because I tell you, we're gonna some private chat here. 1 second, everyone. Okay, 1 second. Come back in. Okay, sorry. All this new technology for these old dogs here, me too, me included. Sheldon, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. But again, I was to say, I was looking at this. We need some coverage because I don't know if anyone's seen what February looks like. Yes, it's a leap year, so we have 29 days in this upcoming month. And I'll tell you, I'm going to give you the February schedule. So if we can get some players in and coverage, people come back from injuries, fantastic. February schedule looks like this: 5 of the 7 games are away. 7 matches in 21 days. Will Ambo said, hello, Mr. Pundit. What's up, my guy? Good to see you. Good to see you on a weekday. It's Wednesday. Hump day, baby. 7 matches in 21 days. Check this out. Ready? So we got a game this weekend, right? On the 3rd? Is it the 3rd? Whatever that is. Yeah. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah. The 3rd. Here he is. Hello.
Hey, I'm back.
There we go. Well done. I'll get your thoughts in 1 second. I was just reading through the schedule real quick. I've got a game this weekend against Salford City, and we just pulled the Billy Bean off if we stole their player. Game on the 10th against Bradford at home. February 13th, Sutton away. February 17th, Notts County home. February 20th, MK Dons away. Gillingham, February 24th, away. FGR away. That's a makeup game that just got added on a Tuesday, February 27th. And March 2nd, Accrington Stanley. Jesus H. What the? I can't even. That's a lot. That is a lot.
Yeah, seven matches in 21 days. That is a lot.
That is a lot. But
Yeah.
let's dive into your thoughts on if this is going to happen. It looks pretty likely. Obviously, it's not done deal till they're holding the shirt up, and don't know much about the player, but it's got some pretty good stats. Want to get everyone's thoughts on this. Let's do it. Floor is yours.
Yeah, I think the stats are quite good for most of the players we've been looking at.
Mhm.
Some people online have been a little bit pessimistic about some of them, but we're not in League One yet, and we're not near the top of League One either,
Yeah,
where you will need big money to have the top players. So we don't want to be spending that yet. So I think the players we're looking at are fair.
yeah. Now, do you think that's where you would have thought we would have went first for the for a first signing? I don't know. What are you thinking?
I don't think it really counts as which is the first signing, which is the second, because we're playing them all at the same time. No one knows who the priority was.
Yeah,
So just because it's the first one that landed doesn't mean it was the priority of who we were looking at. It doesn't even tell us if they were the first choice, second choice, or third choice in their position either. So
yeah,
that's always a hard one to kind of think of. The only position I would spend maybe big money or break record fees for would be a striker partner if you had the right younger striker partner.
yeah. And I think we were talking about this last night. If you caught the show, strike partner up front. Because I think, in my opinion, and I think maybe sorry, I'm just trying to do a little. Trying to do a tags in there so people can find it. So I apologize for not looking at you. I'm sorry, this phone's going off too. I want to get Mulls. They were saying maybe he's not fit. He's not fully fit. Ivan had a good shout out last night about that. So did John. Matt Al is up. But having someone a little bit younger, 27, 26, something like that in that right age, I'd like to get someone, obviously, impact player of Fletch coming in. Palmer's 31. I think Palmer's 32. Not that he does a full 90. He's a great player. But if we're going to, do this last push, I'd like to get a striker and a midfielder. I don't think we're going to get a central center half. But,
Yeah, I was watching a podcast earlier today, and I can't remember whose it was, but they brought up a heat map of Mullen and where he
Mm-hmm.
was sitting and playing in the last match.
Mm-hmm.
And it really showed that he was all over the pitch, left to right, everywhere, trying to cover, trying to get into positions for people to get the ball to him because they couldn't do it. It's not what his job should be.
Yep.
The job should be get the ball to him, not him going chasing it. So
Right.
I can understand why people do criticize Mullen a little bit for not getting the goals and not getting the job done. But as everyone has said, he is not getting the support from the rest of the team. They're not getting it up there. So anybody who is of a higher level quality as a striking partner could be beneficial. Either someone to link up with Mullen and give him the goals, or simply just having two targets. If the
Right.
teams have to start watching two men at the front,
Yeah.
um, then it's going to make it more difficult. If they go to
What
one, we can get it to Mullen. If they mark Mullen, we can get it to the other striker.
Yeah, what I don't. Sorry, hey Matt, I see it in there. I see his chat in the. I got two chats going on here. I'm gonna focus here, but if Matt out, put it in the drop here, and I'll get it up there. Um, my concern has been is the midfield. We have such a, we talk about how talented the midfield is, but service. Like you said, those guys aren't getting service. If you watch Harry Kane when he's playing at Tottenham, he fell back. So and I'm not comparing him, saying he's Harry Kane. I said it last night. But he dropped back into the midfield and was trying to pick the ball up and gather through. For us, we keep going past the midfield. Tozer and then down the lines are putting the ball past and knocking it down. We're not getting the headers. The best player to hold up play is Palmer, and he hasn't been in there. And Fletch is pretty good too. But they're just not getting the service. Matt Al says rumors are all over the place. Ronan Hale flew into Wrexham this morning.
That's
Anyone
interesting.
else? He said flew into Hadwarden today, small town outside of Wrexham. Do you know what? Have you heard of that? I'm totally butchering butchering it. Hadwarden. I don't know. Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know.
I don't know the town, but yeah, there's been links to that player for a long time, which so that's really
Yeah,
interesting.
yep.
Um, I wouldn't mind trying him, and to be honest, I would like Wrexham to look around a little bit more into some other areas and see what they can come up with.
Mm-hmm.
One of them as well, although the work visas and stuff are difficult, having a look around America and see what might become available or who might be interested in moving across
Yeah,
could also be an interesting option. And I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. Maybe it
that
is
might be
visa
next
issues
year.
or something like that. Maybe.
I think that's probably maybe that's a next year thing. I don't know if these is that better. No, that's I don't know if that's better. What do we think? That's better. I don't know. Mullen runs like a dog chasing a ball on at the bench. Let the ball come to him. Yeah, I agree. Harden. No rudeness intent. Awesome. Yeah, Harden. Okay, got it. On that you talk about the striker. Colby Bishop, this guy that we're looking at, he's on the list allegedly. Like I said, everything is who knows. We don't know because it's Zach's and stuff to get information out. He's 27 years old. He's got 28 appearances, 15 goals, 2 assists. He's out at the right age at 27. He's going to be dropping down 2 leagues to get, or 1 league because he's at Portsmouth. Dropping down 1 league to get here. So, I mean, those numbers sound good.
All the talk on him seems to be we're not going to get him. That's
Really.
too big of a signing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but that could be one we pull off.
Right. It could
Everybody
be one you
seems
pull off.
to want him. Everybody seems to want him. They're all saying no, it's just a step too far and probably too
Mm-hmm.
expensive. But we don't know how much is in the bank.
Yeah, I know. Is this here? Here you go on here on you got wherever you guys are at. Your Wikipedia did change. Not that that's the end all be all, but I'm here in the States. Let me double check here. Oh yeah, there it is. It's changed. He's an English football player who plays as a winger and fullback for Wrexham AFC. Okay. Now we just need a club announcement. Now we just need a club announcement.
Yeah,
What else? By the way, how was your trip? I'm just checking the
that was
sites
good.
here.
Yeah, I'm back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Nothing on the site. Okay. Hale is from Cliftonville. Do they charge top dollar? I don't know. I mean, Cliftonville is what a Irish or Scott Irish league?
Northern Irish.
Northern Ireland. Okay. Let me see
Yeah.
here. So this is Ryan Lowry Brace. Good to have you. Good to see you in the chat. Hopefully you can get into the Discord if everyone wants. I'll drop the Discord in there too. There's a lot of action going on in there. I got like 4 things going on here, but I will focus on you guys. The only problem that I see with America is that the MLS seems to pay some obscene salaries compared to the EFL, even though their competition level is closer to League One and League Two for 90% of the league. And there's salary cap BS, all that crap. So there's a couple players like Carlos Mango who plays in New York City, who's really good. Almeida, who's down at Atlanta, but those guys are going for like 20 million. So that might be a bridge too far. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting point about the American players. They might want to hold it and have their
Mhm.
first American player to be someone big, and maybe they just can't afford it at the moment because
Mhm.
obviously it's going to be a massive story when they do take an American player
Yeah.
over to Wrexham.
Like,
So
like
yeah,
Landy Cakes there when he came over.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm. No, if we pull off 3 signings, how are you feeling about us for the promotion push?
I think we're good for the promotion push with no signings.
Yep.
But I really think that if we take in 3 players, especially if one of them is a striker, I think we take the league.
Hmm. You think we do you
I
think we
think
take the
that
lead?
yes, yeah. If they're bringing in 3 players, and
Hmm.
especially if they break records for any of them, or
Hmm.
do get one of the big signings to come off, I
Yep.
think they're pushing to actually win the whole league. Because I do think that would be very beneficial marketing wise. Again, for welcome to Wrexham and everything else, and the big story and pushing the fan base. If they've
Hmm.
seen how much money they have made coming in through Welcome to Wrexham and through all the fans in general, it could be worth an awful lot more than maybe a million and a half that they might be spending on some players to get
Hmm.
them in now to take the first place.
Hmm. Red Wise, he says we need defenders more than strikers. Hey, Red Wise, good to see you, man. I I think we have an abundance of defenders. Here's my thought on this. Right, no, get your thoughts. And that's a good shout because I think our defenders, after watching O'Connell and having Stash out for a while, really nervous. I think we don't have the League One defenders. We can get through where we are right now, League Two, and get promoted with what we have right now potentially. 3-2 Tottenham beat Brentford. There's a fight after the game too. I think we can get promoted and possibly win the league. I do think next year we're gonna have to buy some defenders.
Yeah.
Really.
The reason I would be focused on getting an attacker is simply because I worry what would happen if Mullen went down injured for a significant period of time again. Like we have those 7 matches coming up in 3 weeks. What happens if in the Salford game this weekend, Mullen takes a bad injury and he's going to be out for all of February? For all of those matches, we could end up back in the playoff spots.
Yeah, you need to want that's demoralizing.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the only reason I would focus on the striker, because I do think we have enough players to mix and match and cover and survive in the top three everywhere else on the pitch. But if Mullen goes down, we do have strikers and we could still stay in the top three. I'm not saying if we lose Mullen we are done, but we don't have direct man-for-man cover for Mullen.
Right, and
I think,
go ahead.
Yeah, and I think that would put us in danger of dropping out of the top three, dropping out of the automatics. That's my only issue.
I think it's promotion or bust. Like you said, I think we do have a strong team to do that. And then B-Dub went out on loan, so that unfortunately didn't work out. If he goes down, someone else goes down again, then you're back to Bickerstaff, who I don't know that much about. Dalby, who's has good moments and some moments where I'm just like, you know what I mean? I know, so you're Bickerstaff, you have Fletcher, who's 36, and you have Palmer. So, of the right age, if we get a 27-year-old in, this Colby Bishop kid or whomever, it's Hale, I'm not sure. Very interesting. But the defender part of it too, who right now, obviously you have to have a 22-man squad. So there's people out injured. Who is your back line? Like, who are you starting? Because did O'Connell not? I didn't impress me the other night, but obviously games, get bad games.
I think people are being a bit harsh on O'Connell, to be honest. Again, another podcast I was watching, in one sentence they said that they were playing triangles around him, and in the second sentence they turned around and said that he couldn't get near the ball. Well, do you not understand what you just said? You just said 3 players are passing the ball in a triangle around him. How do you expect him to get the ball?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, if there's no cover around, he's not able to take on 3 players.
They were definitely targeting him for sure. They were going triangles around him. They definitely were targeting him. And unfortunately, he just he's probably not as sharp as he needs to be because he's coming back, which is fine. So, would you put Hayden in there? I think I'd go Hayden. I'd go Hayden, Tozer, and then Cleworth. Those are my starting back 3 for me.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I don't mind switching around, and I have issues with most of them. I have, everybody has their own kind of issues. But one thing I will say though, a lot of the criticism of the players online at the moment obviously is because of the January window, but more important, because of the FA Cup. Like, we just played a great championship team, and it showed up. It also showed up every single weakness we have in our team, but every weakness we have is going to be picked apart by good teams like that. That's not kind of relevant to what we're fighting for at the moment. We're in Division 2. The teams we have around us are not capable of picking us apart like that with the players we have. So as much as I've gone down the road of the weaknesses that the team have, and I know we do have them, I'm still comfortable if we sign nobody that we will go up in the top 3, barring any massive injuries that destroy the squad we have. Our depth, I think, is enough. Even if it means it's scrappy, even if it means it's not nice football, I think we'll get the job done and stay in the top 3, barring any really big problems. But if we get these players in, if they make that push, I definitely think we'll then be challenging Stockport very closely for the top spot.
I can't remember if it was Ivan or John last night said that Parkey built a team. Like if no one, I think it was probably John said it. Parkey built this team to get promoted right now as is, which makes sense. I could see that makes sense. John H says he'd go O'Connell, Tozer, and Hayden on the back, but and leaving out and leaving out Max. So Ruby Slipper says with thumbs up. Aaron Wheeler says, tippy tappy, Sheldon, you look like Agnes McFadden. I don't know who it is. Who's that? Angus McFadden.
Don't know who that is.
Neither
Maybe it's my messy hair.
Yeah. Hayden is fit. He plays. Max is fine. TOC when he's healthy. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, what was I saying there? I do agree that Parkey built this team to beat League Two. And that's fine. And other people have said, oh, we've built a team that's League One. Yes, they are League One, because if we go into League One right now with the team we have, we'll sit somewhere mid-table. I don't think if we went into League One with the squad we have now, we would be worried about relegation next year. But we don't truly know where in the league we would be. I think we'll sit somewhere mid-table. We do, if we want to challenge for the higher places, if we want to be in the promotion spots, fighting for that extra spot next year, we'll need to clean house on some of our players. Absolutely. And I don't.
Good.
Like a normal team, for want of a better word, would go up into League One, and with the team they have, they would sit there for 1 year. They would take a couple of changes. They would happily be mid-table their first year, and they would build every January, every summer. They'll just keep adding and get stronger and stronger until 3 or 4 years later, they're up near the top fighting for promotion. We're obviously not going to do that, and we're going to have to rip apart half the squad next summer. And it's going to have to be a vicious one if they really want to get to the top of League One next year. And can they do it? We might have the money to do it, but from I think they might have an issue bringing someone in to replace Mullen at the moment. I don't think they even want. I don't know that they want someone who's better than Mullen, because the team has been kind of set around him, and I wonder what the narrative would be when the new boy comes in to take over from Mullen.
Yeah,
so that's an interesting one for me.
Right, no, that's a locker room. When they talk about the locker room thing all the time, But John says, that was me. We had enough to go up, just like you said. Yeah, absolutely. Aaron Wheeler says he's an actor, Robert the Bruce from Braveheart. Yes, I know you're talking about. Yeah, I remember him. Ivan says mid-table for sure, meaning probably for the League One. It'll take a couple of years to rebuild. Yeah, I think it's a lot of teams, like you said. Look at Luton Town. Did they go on the bounce or did they stay? Obviously, they're in the league now. But will there be? I know we're getting ahead of everything here. Will there be enough pressure? Like we got to go up every year. We didn't go up that 2 years ago. We went up last year, and it was disappointing. But if there's a revamp of the squad and some of the loved players are moved on, because it is a business. You know what I mean? And it's the TV show is whatever it's going to be, but it's a business, and you got to have players on the pitch and you got to perform. I think that Humphrey curse at that as well. But stay in that league for one thing, and then move up maybe the year after. Who knows? But it's going to be some harsh times for sure at some point.
If we take in 3 players now in January, and we come this summer, replace some of our squad, and spend another 3 million in the summer, I still don't expect we're getting promotion first year out of League One. I don't think it's going to happen.
It's a big ask. It's a big ask.
It's still a big ask.
Yes.
I would say if we're going to get more players in the summer, we're going to rebuild the team for League One, and it has to be looking for the playoff promotion spot.
Yeah.
That's realistic to me. If they put money in, if they bring in these players, targeting it is realistic. Getting it, maybe not. We could fall short. We could end up in 7th, 8th position, not get the chance. But that should be the target: is fighting for a chance at that promotion playoff.
I just thought about something as you said that too. it's I want to read something that Parky said in the leader this morning. Um, the and I say this not the way it's going to come out. If we go up, we start to progress, right? The anticipation
Mm-hmm.
of that we're going to go up every year is going to we're just setting ourselves up for failure, correct? You can't expect us to go up every year. This is football. I mean, anything happened in football for a story to tell in Welcome to Wrexham. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, football club. So I think we're setting ourselves up for expectations that we can't meet. In this, and listen, it could happen. Anything can happen. But
Mm-hmm.
I think we're setting ourselves expectations. We're going to go up every year because we have this TV show and X, Y, and Z. That's unrealistic. So I can see, and this is going to maybe, and this is probably bother me, it piss a lot of people off. The Welcome to Wrexham show fading away at some point in the next maybe like 2 years, like okay, and then concentrating on football, and then it's just gonna be about the football. I could see that happening. You know what I mean? But what do I know? I mean, I do work in the entertainment industry, but if they can continue to do both, and the expectations are quelled, and they're like, okay, we can, not every year we're gonna go up. That's my thought process. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I, for as much as I like this show at the moment, it is aimed towards new fans and bringing
Mm-hmm.
in new people to football, soccer, whatever you want to say for our American fans. But as the seasons go on, I would hope that they will switch it more towards the football.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason being is what you say. If we can slowly move away from the local, the local feel-good stories, because we've done them all, and go
Yep.
a little bit more in depth into the football, that is something that could be sustainable. It might not be growing at
Like a
any
Sunderland till I
significant
die.
rate,
Yeah, like a
like a
Sunderland.
Sunderland till I die, and it just keeps going year to year and could sustain itself.
Yep.
But with regards the Hollywood and the money and keeping it really entertaining, like I said, if you're aiming to get into the playoff spots,
Mm-hmm.
that's an entertaining end of the season. You
Yep.
get into the playoffs, you have a shot at, taking out two matches and going up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we build from there. Aim
Mm-hmm.
for the first year, maybe don't get it. The second year, you get into the playoffs. I think by year three, with the money that we're producing as fans, if that say somewhere around 20 million a year, they
Mm-hmm.
are sustainable and they can increase the squad every 6 months, and they
Yep.
can keep building it until we get there. So
Yeah.
2 years, I would say, is probably what I expect.
Mm-hmm.
Is 1 year in, get close to those playoffs, have a shot, don't go
Yep.
up, do another year, and maybe get the second spot. But we do only have two spots automatically going up next season if
Yeah.
we're in League One.
It's back
So
to normal.
that slows the chances again.
Yeah.
Um,
Anything can happen
but
in the
yeah,
playoffs.
yeah, 2 years I'm kind of expecting with the money that
Mm-hmm.
we're putting behind players, and we get into championship, and then all bets are off. We could
Absolutely.
be in there for a long, long
For
time,
a long, long time.
and
That's
I
for
think
me.
that's yeah,
Yeah, toughest league out there. For the championship, the toughest league
yeah.
out there. A couple here I'm going to read through, and we can keep running through this. Hip Karma says, agree that next summer is going to be so important for setting next 3 seasons. Totally agree. Hip Karma again. It's unrealistic to expect promotion every year. The focus has always been on a sustainable club. Fantastic, and I think that's totally true. Aaron Wheeler says Jack Marriott may be the striker. He had a medical day. I don't know who's Jack Marriott.
Oh,
Anyone know who's that? Hip Karma also
yeah, a
says,
lot of talk about Marriott.
Do you have any information? I'll read through these if you want to take a peek at those. Hip Karma says, I thought Collins was in the rumor mill. Has he dropped off? I think he's like what 29. That's Collins person. Ivan says gap between the leagues gets better as you move up. Ivan's spot on there. John says, and who's to say that 3 players now don't disrupt the locker room? John speaks truth. John
Ah,
speaks truth. But
yeah, yeah, but then you're talking about risks that are always there. You're going to have two, three, 4 players coming in on a regular basis with every team. You can't just say it's a
yeah, you
risk.
can't.
It's always a risk. That's a normal everyday risk. That doesn't even count as a risk in my opinion.
Ivan, there you go. Those players go through the
Sorry.
park to do stuff. Yeah, exactly. He agrees. They said it might be unrealistic to make good for TV. Yeah, I think you're right. You do a lot of feel good stuff with that, but if we can get players in that fit the mold. That's great. But Parkinson said this morning. So this is on the leader. When asked whether it's likely to compete any new signings before the game, Parkinson said possibilities. This is this morning's leader. Jordan Tunnicliffe was back against Blackburn. I haven't seen enough about him for Tunnicliffe. Aaron is back. Jordan Davies was back involved, and Fletch should be back for the weekend. So players are coming back into the squad. A quote: "It is making the squad look stronger. So if we bring in an addition, great. If we don't, we are ready as a group to have a real go and getting promotion this season. There are players within the group who haven't figured much this season." So, that was this morning. The leader had that was what so that came out this morning. He probably said that yesterday. Actually, probably is yesterday. So, if we can I'd love to get some players in, but I think we make some players. I think we're primed for promotion. Top three is it's almost a gift in League Two. I'm not going to lie to you, especially if you have where we're at. So, who was that other player? Jack Marriott.
Yeah, Jack Marriott. He's 29. He's quite old. He's playing for Huddersfield.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Fleetwood Town. Fleetwood Town.
Yeah. Jack
Um,
Marriott. I don't like it. Not to be ageist, but I don't think we need another 29-year-old striker, 30-year-old striker, right?
no, I think we need to start going away from that.
Yeah. United did that too. They got in older. They got in Ibra and all this. Ibra, who else was in there? The guy from the Colombian guy. He just wasn't great. No, not Colombian. Ryan. They just brought in old strikers, and it was just like, all right, well, they're not going to stay. Not that he's old; he's 29 years old. He's like half my age. But by the way, this guy's had he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's been at 30 clubs. Lots of loans here. I don't know if I would say that guy's probably not in the mix. The Hale rumors might be interesting.
Yeah, what we had been saying is we need speed. We need legs in the team. All across the pitch, everywhere. We're slow in pretty much all the positions, in fairness. So we need people with speed. And I think we do actually need to start taking chances on maybe some younger players that are showing quality that
Savage
we can sell on.
Great. Yeah.
Savage. Yeah, I actually really like Savage.
I watched him at United a bunch. He's he was in the reserves and things like that. He's pretty good. He got a couple games in the first team, which I thought was good. Kip Karma says there are plenty of good feel-good stories in and around Wrexham to keep 4-quadrant interest in the stories for another few seasons at least. Yeah, talking 4 quadrants there. Yeah, Hip Karma. I love it. It's true. It's very true. You're thinking like a producer. Red flag, that many clubs. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Regarding the next couple of seasons, I agree. There's obviously going to be stories for the next couple of seasons. I was thinking a little bit more longer term down the road.
Yeah, they give you pace all over the pitch. Yeah, it's funny. I'm gonna get your thoughts on this. I think if we do get a midfielder, let's say it's this other player here, I think Cannon's the one that falls out. I think, in my opinion, Cannon might be a better bench player. I know he had a cracking goal the other night, but I don't think he brings in passing to get the ball to Mulls and Fletch and out to the wings to get the balls in the box. I think Cannon's a great energy player, and like I said, he scored a great goal the other night. But I think he's the one that falls out of the midfield if we do get a midfielder. I really feel that we're, is it Lindsay? Is it the Jamie Lindsay guy?
Yeah, I think Cannon has had plenty of opportunities to gel completely with the rest of the team, and he doesn't seem to have done it. He comes in and out and in and out and in and out, and he just can't find that flow with them. Doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah, and if it's this Jamie Lindsay guy, if they're talking about, interesting to see him come in. But and by the way, depth. You got to think about it. It's good depth. So, all right. Anything else going on here? Let's see if this goes through. I'll probably do another show later on tonight. We'll see how that goes, if this actually falls into play. But 50 minutes on here, but we'll keep everyone posted. But any last minute thoughts there you got?
No, not staying on topic. I have plenty of other stuff to talk about, but for a different show, different time. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get that done. We got maybe tomorrow or Friday. We'll do a preview show on Friday. But tomorrow, happy to bring up some other things. Tomorrow's deadline day, so we'll talk deadline day, and maybe put some other things in there. Maybe we'll get these signings over the line. So, all right, it's great to have you on, man. It's good to see you. Good to see everyone in the chat. Drop a like if you can, and get involved in the Discord. Lots of fun in there, and everyone's kind of keeping up with things. So I'm in there all the time. So happy to have a conversation with everybody. So here we go. He says, Aaron Miller says, Bolton is interesting. Seems like a similar player to Barney. Who's Barney? I don't know who Barney is. You know who Barney is?
Barney?
Maybe it's a typo. I'm not sure. Who the hell knows? Maybe I know who Barney is. I know who Barney is, the character. But yeah. Oh, Barnett. There you go. Got it. Sorry about that. Barnett, yeah.
Do you think they're going to hold all the signing news and bring it all out in once?
I'd love to do the triple, the triple, the triple like shirt up thing. You know what I mean? Love to do that. Hip Karma says we're talking about the dinosaur. That's what I was thinking. I said Barney. I'm like, oh shit, he's talking about the dinosaur. If they do the treble shirt, that'd be great. Love to see that. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And it's all, not to sound like it's all for the cameras, but you're talking about doing, making an announcement. Make an announcement. Some of the messages I was getting, people are in there. They're like, they close out the car park, the lights are up, they've been doing things. So if that's the case, then great. Love to see it. I mean, I'd be at the turf right now, hanging out there, just like, let's do it. Waiting for it to go down. So, yeah. But all right, well, I guess we'll wrap it there. If we hear any more news tonight, obviously we'll jump back on if this confirms. I think it's probably tomorrow, so we'll probably confirm all these tomorrow. Welcome back tomorrow. It's good to see you, man. Good. I'm glad your trip was good. Good info, man.
Yeah, if nothing comes up in the next 2 hours, it's probably not going to happen.
Yep, I agree.
Today, because that'll be the end of the UK time. It'll be after midnight, and not on the last day. So I doubt they'll announce something in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock.
I don't see that happening.
10 p.m. UK right now. So yeah, I'm assuming this is all going to happen tomorrow. Whatever is going to happen. So yeah, we'll look forward to tomorrow, and hopefully there's more news coming out. But again, thanks for coming on, man. It's good to see you.
Yep. No, I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Talk soon. See you on Discord. That is Sheldon, my guy. Love it. Good to see you, man. Great guy. Knows his stuff, much like everyone else, doing the research. Like I said, get involved in the Discord. It's in the link is in the description there. But yeah, been on an hour, close to an hour here. So that's been fun. When to drop that out there. If anything else happens, I'll jump back on. But looks like, cheers, John. Good to see you. I'll jump back on. Doubt it. Like you said, it's 10 o'clock there. Probably going to do all this tomorrow morning. Be surprised if they did. If they do, I'll jump back on. So, and everyone, again, it's always in there. If anyone wants to come in and chat all the time, happy to discuss with people and get other thoughts on there. Ivan was great. John's great. Mike and Wade come on all the time. So it's fun. Growing community. So anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all for getting involved. Drop a like on the way out. Share with everybody. And so on that bombshell, do we have our first deal done? Is it Luke Bolton? We'll see. I'll see y'all soon.